My friends, let's sit down and talk because we need to have a serious, real conversation about your money. If you are retired right now, or if you are staring down the barrel of retirement and counting down the months, I know exactly what is keeping you up at night. It is the fear of the unknown. It is that constant, nagging anxiety about your cash flow. When you are on a fixed income, whether it is Social Security, a modest pension, or your hard-earned retirement accounts, every single dollar matters. You do not have the luxury of making mistakes. So when you are sitting at your kitchen table, looking at your checking account balance, and you realize that a small, unexpected expense just popped up, maybe a prescription copay went up, or your utility bill is higher than you planned, or you just need $20 or $30 to get through to the day your next check hits your account, you start looking for a lifeline. You get on your smartphone, you go to the App Store, and you see this clean, bright advertisement for something called FloatMe. They tell you it is your financial best friend. They tell you it is the solution to avoid those nasty bank overdraft fees. They promise to float you cash with no interest and no credit check. But I need you to listen to me right now. Before you tap that download button, before you hand over your banking credentials, you must ask yourself the ultimate question. What is FloatMe actually used for, and more importantly, is it safe for your retirement? Let's break down exactly what this product is. FloatMe is a mobile financial app designed to give users small, short-term cash advances between paychecks or income drops. They call these cash advances floats. Now, when I say small, I mean very small. We are talking about $10, $20, or at the absolute maximum for long-time users, up to $50 or $100. The app connects directly to your checking account using a secure service called Plaid. It monitors your regular deposit history, and it offers you a tiny advance to prevent your bank balance from dipping below zero. On the surface, it sounds like a dream come true for someone on a tight monthly budget. No interest charges, no traditional credit check, and the promise of a quick fix. But here is where the problem lies. FloatMe was built for the traditional 9 to 5 worker who gets a paycheck every 2 weeks. When you enter retirement, your income dynamic changes completely. You are no longer dealing with biweekly pay stubs. You are dealing with monthly distributions. And this app relies heavily on automated algorithms to decide if you are worthy of receiving that $10 or $20. If the algorithm doesn't see what it considers a traditional, recurring payroll direct deposit, it can reject you instantly. In fact, the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, stepped in and penalized this company with a massive $3 million fine because, among other deceptive practices, they were turning around and denying these tiny cash advances to tens of thousands of people whose only income was Social Security or other government benefits. Think about that. The very people who needed a bridge were being locked out, all while the app kept charging them. And that brings us to the hidden trap that drains your wallet. FloatMe is not free. To even gain access to the system, you have to pay a monthly subscription fee. It might sound small, just $4.99 a month, but I want you to do the math with me. If you are paying $5 every single month just for the right to ask for a $20 advance, that is $60 a year. If you only qualify for a $20 advance, you are paying a massive percentage of your total borrowing power just in subscription fees. Furthermore, FloatMe does not report your on-time repayments to the major credit bureaus. If you are trying to maintain or rebuild your credit score in your retirement years so you can qualify for a better insurance rate or a lower interest rate on a necessary car loan, this app does absolutely nothing to help your credit profile. It takes your fees, it takes your data, and it leaves your credit history completely untouched. So, what is the actionable takeaway here? What do you need to do today to protect your money and stand in your truth? First, look at your bank account itself. If your current bank is still charging you $35 overdraft fees, you need to fire that bank immediately. We live in a financial world where major online banks and credit unions offer accounts with absolutely zero overdraft fees and zero monthly maintenance fees. Look into reputable, safe institutions like Ally Bank or Capital One, or go down to your local community credit union. Many of these modern accounts have features that will simply decline a transaction if you don't have the funds, or they will give you a fee-free buffer zone of up to $100 without charging you a single penny. That eliminates the fear of the bank fee completely without needing a third-party app. Second, build a structural buffer within your checking account. I know it is hard to save when inflation is squeezing your budget, but your goal should be to keep a permanent cushion of $50 to $100 in your checking account that you pretend does not exist. Write it off in your mind. That is your emergency baseline. If you are already using FloatMe and you feel stuck in that subscription loop, open the app today, go to your settings, and cancel that membership. Stop the bleeding of that monthly fee. If you need true, short-term emergency help with utilities or medical bills, look to local senior assistance programs, nonprofit community organizations, or area agencies on aging. These resources exist to help seniors navigate tight months without stripping away your hard-earned dollars through hidden fees and app subscriptions. Remember, true financial freedom isn't about finding clever apps to borrow $20 at a time. True financial freedom is having total control over every single penny that enters and exits your life. You have worked too hard for too many years to let your peace of mind be floated away by a smartphone app. Stand in your power, protect your cash flow, and keep your money where it belongs, in your hands.